this Jaden Rashada situation. So my goodness, everyone at this point probably knows the outline of the story. The NIL deal falls through that was reported at 4 years at $13 million. He has signed, and now he is attempting to get out of his letter of intent. So there's so much that is speculation for a lot of people, and trying to put the pieces together that's not known by anyone. But I believe we do know that there was this collective based on the Gator Collective presented to Jaden Rashada, and he obviously accepted it. He had committed at one point to Miami, and at some point after he had signed his scholarship, the deal obviously fell through.
Yeah, Mark. So he flipped from Miami to Florida, and then I believe on December 7th, the Gator Collective terminated the contract. And it was from my understanding of, the Gator Collective did not negotiate the deal. They were not behind the negotiations of the deal whatsoever. They were presented the number to draft the contract. They were not involved, so that's where that was from my understanding. That's what I was told. I have talked to people on both sides of the story and told me my information was good. So at least for that part of it, of course, got to keep name sensitive for sources and all that kind of stuff. And plus, this is a sensitive subject right now. So there's a lot going on right now. But from my understanding, yes, there was an NIL deal, and that number, there's that reported $13 million deal that's being reported out there. But from my understanding, it was the number was presented to the Gator Collective to draft the contract, and that number, that information for that was false, and that's why the Gator Collective decided to terminate the contract, because they knew they didn't have that money. So, Mark, here's the weird timeline of it all. That was December 7th when the contract was terminated. He still chose to sign with Florida on early signing day. So there's a disconnect somewhere. And don't get me wrong, I do think they were trying to work it out. I do think the Gator Collective, from my understanding, was trying to rectify the situation. The NIL side of it was trying to be rectified, and maybe that's why he signs with Florida. There was some belief they would get this worked out. Obviously, they did not.